Welcome back. Okay. How's it going? Good. Good. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. I'm just here. Playing some videos, indoctrinating, if you will. I don't know. Feel like that's what I'm doing in some ways. I'm like, I don't really want to talk. I don't want to be friendly. Like, that's a lot of effort if I'm being real. A lot of people, like, because I'm trying to talk to so many people. Like, I don't want to have to try to be friendly with so many people. Unless we have time for it. If we figure out a way to have time for it, then I can be like, oh shit. Alright, fine. But right now, I was just trying to talk, to share information. That's been my objective all along. And so, in some ways, I've been kind of indoctrinating about it rather than friendly about it because that's not been my intention. And just what I need. Okay. So, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's hit play. This is so cool. Actually, let's start here. I came across this video, or this chain of videos.
Hey everyone, welcome back to
Back Max Sai. Dude. Also, bravo to the other people, but I went through basically every video. He has videos about Tesla coils. I checked out this one to see what's going on, but I didn't really go in depth into the Tesla coils, pardon me, or in really searching beyond this. I was like, what is going on with this? Like, I initially I searched for Malcolm Bendel. Now it wasn't coming up with what I was looking for. I'm trying to see like how people are reacting to the information. So people talking about it. So like I don't have to, but they're pointing like look through thoroughly as much to get like some sort of hinge points where people or entry points where people are really coming to conclusions about what he's saying so I can have like a summary kind of thing to go from so I was just looking, maybe there's just a reaction video out there, and I searched for that like that, blah blah blah, and I checked this out. I was a little confused. I didn't know what to make of it. And then somewhere down here in my scrolling, this is auto. It's a lot. There it is. There, I was like, what is this? And then I was like, no way, dude. Start watching
a
it.
lot of fascinating discoveries. So,
I'm like, yeah, it looks like it. Phew, okay. So, I mean, I don't want to play. I don't want to just sit here playing them, but it is really cool. A lot of times it's just hanging out there, and then it like
then,
destabilizes, like a short or some type of discharge occurs. It- like this.
pull some more print.
It's literally got these little moving, stable, like discs maybe, or spheres, hard to say. Look, from this angle, it looks like it could be either, but then when it looks like it turns or just gets smaller and kind of absorbs into this general trend to be like down here where the disc seems to form like that. Like it formed along here and then it kind of just stabilizes. So cool. But I think this is really cool too. This part of it, where it, oh my god, the nuances of things. So this is, I ended up going through, I didn't, I just hit record and realized I was gonna be going through channels like this, but I went through all these just to check out what was going on. This is his story of what happened, and then he references the this this channel, Tesla Coil Pro. So let's go to this channel. So I go to this channel. I'm like, and he shows it. He doesn't just he's like, this is where I saw this thing that I just have been like testing out and displaying in these videos is from this video, and I basically reversed engineered from his posts the how to do it, and here it is. That's what the previous this channel is. This video is he's saying pretty much. And somewhere in here though, I guess I'm not finding it that easily. Here it is. It's just this one. It's because it's a short. This is his has this little like channel thing coming from the toroid, and then physically spiraling where the spirals themselves are like arms that are rotating, like basically I'm saying like a shalogram chakra seems to be forming in the plasma current flow. Due to the shape of the container, which is kind of what I've been basically getting at, is like these containers, these rocks that shalograms are formed in, these stones, are containers that store current that gets in and gets trapped. But then like the container, it goes in specific locations, and then it is able to vent the pressure of this current. Speaking of shallograms, this video is incredible because it literally shows the dendrites forming in these basically long currents that are seemingly like so energetic that they start to fold, maybe because of resistance, like it's going up, so it's meeting resistance, and so it folds, but then it has enough of a current to keep going, so it literally forms a dendrite system in the plasma like this. Let's go this way. Here we go. Those are pretty big. I guess that's fine. Dendrite. Dendrites. Let's get a good one. That might have some here. Hold up. Even better. these ones that I recently came across and was like, these ones don't have a shallogram, but they have the current feature on them just fine without the shallogram. This one, current feature, but it's just on this stone and it physically wraps around it continuously. That was it. That one. And then there's another one like that that's even crazier. I think it's further up. There it is. This one just goes up, down, over, around, and then back this way. As a continuous dendrite structure, which makes sense in an instance like this where it can form literally by itself, like where it's the only thing going on in terms of structure because of resistance that's causing back pressure and then like a wobbling in the current that leads to this folding that then leads to like repetitive folding where the current as a whole folds, like it's folding here, and just folds over and over like DNA even maybe. So that I thought was really interesting. Cool, right? Okay. So cool guys, awesome. He's got a lot of like crazy stuff. Like, whoa. Tesla coils, like a lot of Tesla coils. I thought these were really interesting. If you check this out, look at that. What? I think it's physically going up the cup, reaching the top, and like creating these structures. Like, that is incredible. I don't know what to make of it. Kind of see it maybe separating even, like to an X where the two sides branch off. I don't know. This stuff, these things are just capable of so much scientific experimentation just by their design, by their existence, by what they can do. Like, this is incredible. Like, the shapes, we can design all sorts of shapes and test all sorts of things and uncover all sorts of things related to current flows that are really fundamental and just see it with our eyes. Like, imagine a glass like this that with the right like setting produces atomic structures. Just all, who knows? We're just looking at an atom like, oh. Oh. Dude. I told you, man. What are you talking about? How could I have known? Yeah, I don't know. I just assume someone was like, had some epiphany in with some of these things just by looking at them, with the potential in them, for sure. Let's see if I can find one of these videos. I think it's this one. Maybe. It was like unstable in a really interesting way. This might have been the one I just played. Maybe this one? Oh my god, the way it's doing whatever it just did there. Oh my, and then this retreats like it. This reminds me right there. Solar polar vortex. Where is it? This one, animation, animated. Let's see if it is.
Solar prominent.
Right here, it goes up and over. And then this is spiraling and it like whips it, it cuts it across, and this like retreats back, although it basically cuts this off.
It's formed close to the sun.
I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to see it in this footage. Like, I feel like it's in a different wavelength that is best visible. It's going up and over. This is gonna swirl and swirl and swirl, and then it's gonna start like hitting it. By its swirling, it extends into it and slices it. Literally slices it right there in a stable where it was vibrating like that. Right here. It's long, and then this picks up and slice, which shallogram features. But so the way that this one's like vibrating, and then this one, something, it gives me that vibe that there's some relationship in the mechanics here.
Definitely cool.
Pardon me, sir, I agree. And then the way it like prefers here, sometimes, one of the times, I don't know which video it is, it forms like a generally stable system here and a generally stable system here with like a chord between them of these bubbles or whatever they are that are flowing between them like this. It might be here. So much like in terms of how the earth expanded in this type of thing. Like, if, let's see. Crazy. So cool. Okay, this is not the video. I don't want to not find it because it's really cool. It might, maybe it's that one. That looks like it right there. But I don't think that device was next to it. Yeah, here it is. When he pulls it away, it forms a stable system. That device kicks this off, and then it forms this stable system using like it basically puts out arms and then backstops with like its hands, almost like a pancakes that side, and pushes into it, but like as one unit, so it, oh, I don't know. It's, what is happening? Is it even is it turning in the way that it's rotating? And then it dissipated. Also, these at times go this way, and at times they go this way, depending on their speed, which is, it's so cool. I'm like, dude. This is incredible right here. Oh my. Okay, okay. Cool. Cool. Let's see. I got lots of stuff I wanted to talk about. This is a post by someone. I don't know if it's theirs directly. We gotta go back. This is hilarious. We're gonna play it. Maybe not hilarious. Pardon me, Chipmunk. Hugs, Chipmunk. Like it literally knew. The squirrel knew exactly what he was doing, as they say. Like, wow. Like, the squirrel was like, this thing's springy. Okay, let's move past that. Also, this is out of hand. Okay, this guy got arrested. May. This is a pretty good description, I'd say, of why it's concerning. Also, this I just like was looking through my videos and I was like, 300 June 29th. Holy shit. I got my 300 videos. So then I posted, I've made 300 videos since June 29th, and then I looked up 228 days. Like, oh my god, 300 and like that's by comparison, my channel. This is in a scientific way. Like, I'm not in like some, but also like maybe that too because I'm just like, wow, dudes. Not like a brag way, just like, holy shit, dudes. 300 in less than a year, like 2/3. And then by comparison, my channel has 408 videos. My first video's date of publication, 408. 100, so 100 prior to, I don't, oh. Then I put the typical typical video length. So these 300 videos are typically like an hour, pretty much. On average, maybe even more on average. Notably, some probably over 100 are Sandy Hook trial, Alex Jones defamation trial reaction, which is like important. So it's still, I feel like it's still part of it, but it's not really related to what I then go on to be like, which was led into by the discovery of ancient Dwarka. Coincidence? Most definitely not. And then this video was the previous video before my 300th video ago. Now 301 after this video. And these all were like the videos before, and then 100 videos before. These ones are the first 100. So basically 100 videos. Dwarka found, guys, I'm pretty sure this is where Dwarka was, is what I'm right there. Guys. And then within a couple of weeks, I'm making, like, looking at Mount Gurnar. So, like, I found this, and then I looked at Mount Gurnar. So, like, I hadn't, May 22nd, I really hadn't even looked at Mount Gurnar. And then 12 plus whatever, 9, maybe 21 days later, I'm done making this one. So, I mean, it's definitely got some some issues, but notably it was 21 days between here and there, which is pretty crazy. Okay. And then from after this, like, oh yeah, also maybe some additional information began that, which I really look at as like a supernova that happened by literally the discovery of Dorka and its relationships to everything, so that when I looked at this map, I could be like, oh. If it loads. But there it is. This is where the mantle, or whatever exactly, pardon me if I'm offensive by saying it the way I say it, the mantle was punctured. This is exactly where it happened. Right about here. Right there. Right there. We can even see some puncture holes, it looks like. And then things made sense. Like once initially I really was like, wait, these are currents, and then like as soon as I looked over here, oh, that's the mantle puncture hole. Oh, that's the mantle puncture hole. Which brings to mind, maybe is a good time to talk about this. This dude's butt. I don't know why it's like that. What was I looking at? Why was I looking? Oh, that's just the website. Okay, I guess it doesn't contain what I searched for last. If I put in Easter Island. J. Salmer District. It's not where the mantle puncture hole is. Pretty much here. I'm fairly certain this subtle structure here is because of the mantle puncture hole. The structure here. You can kind of see it. I know. It's subtle. You gotta be like a circle here and then an outer one here. Okay. So that's where that is, generally speaking. And over here is where, let's pull up this, like that, I guess. There's J. Salmer. So it's like around here. So Easter Island's antipode is here, just about. Here's the mantle puncture hole. Here's Gurnar. So they're kind of generally about the same distance, I noticed. In terms of like, it's not exactly opposite Easter Island. So I was like, well, let's see. This place right here. If I can, how do I like mark it on Google Maps? Earth. I usually use Google Earth, add place mark. Nope. Or maps. I just want to be able to like copy the address, the GPS coordinates. GPS. I always do it. I do it so many times and so many times more. Oh my, whatever. Okay, it's 24. Let's say 2470. There. That's right. I need a better one. Let's go this way. That's how we do it. 70, 25. 70, 25. 70 north. or 70 east, 25 north. So when we put it into this thing, we want to put 25 north, 70 east. That's not right. Why did it do that? 70 west. 70 west? Maybe I need like 0.0 or a degree. I don't know. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So it is Easter Islandish, generally speaking. Here's Easter Island. There's Solomon Islands, there's Fiji, right? VT on this map. Fiji. Interesting, like, way current, like, structure there. Does it relate to the bird mouth of Solomon Islands? This one might. But, so yeah, I don't know. I thought I would bring that up. I have been having some really excellent conversations with Flounier about Garnar. Let me mention this. I think this is the antipode is south. So in light of my recent videos, maybe let's go to my videos. The Panther ones where I've been discussing the Panther. So before that, Birdman here, bird man that's perched on the Himalayas, on the rattlesnake tail of all these things that I talked about before. And then the Panther. So I've been recently talking about the potential based on the Earth's, this one, from the womb of Mother Earth. In this video, I was talking about the earthquakes in South America. So if we go to earthquake, this one, and then just play. This stretch right here, really deep earthquakes that goes in a straight line and then turns off at a straight line and then goes in a straight line. So I was looking at that and I started in that video. I'm just thinking. And from the womb of Mother Earth, I was realizing maybe that that structure was here in this region. Like specifically here. I think it was, or maybe, I don't remember where I lined it up now. I think it was here, and then over here, and down this way. Two, yeah, that's right, two specifically here. It, when I lined it up to this corner, I believe, in that video, it then ended up going specifically to this location. Which maybe seemed plausibly in some way related enough where I was like, well, maybe it is possible that this formed underneath South America, and South America moved away, and it really didn't get that much new, like, surface area, maybe new depositions on top of it, of new layers after, but like the surface area of the region didn't increase, where like over here it was increasing, it was actually expanding. So where over here, like, it stabilized and it slid off and stayed as like a stable plate maybe. Mind you, this is spinning. The Pacific is opening in this ammonite shape here. And if I forget which episode or whatever, but when I talked about it, maybe I could find it in the Pacific. It's gonna be hard without me paying attention to what I'm looking at. I don't know if I can find it, but in the Pacific, one of these episodes, if you've been paying attention, you'll know what I'm talking about, at least. It basically starts opening here and spins out, kind of thing. And but it's in a plate tectonics model, so it just like remains with other plates filling the space, kind of idea. But like they're just not visible anymore, so they've been recycled, is the idea. So they're not like, they're just filled with filler, and then in the meantime the filler space opens up with like a spiraling ammonite shell that I believe then goes up into this region and fills this, and then maybe starts to spiral out again. I don't know. Is that possible? It fills this ammonite shell to here, and then it starts to fill in this region. And then once this whole region is filled, I don't know. Or like to a boundary here. Some boundary, not all the way to the Pacific, to the Western North America. And then maybe, let's just say, if it starts to spiral here, spiral up at like this boundary, spiral, maybe go spiral this way and this way. I don't know. That's interesting. These ones. Cut across Turkey. Oh. Holy shit. I heard recently this concept that HARP might have caused the Turkish earthquake. Like, if it could cause energy to propagate this way, just generally through this region, then it would probably follow the pre-existing paths, this channel here, especially this channel right here. That's what I'm wondering. Where it goes down here and then wraps around here. And generally over here, but also this way. This one, maybe this one. Because that one goes right to that corner pretty much. So along this wall. So if it came in this way, ran into this boundary and kind of went this way, but generally through here. Like, it's possible. Doing some shit up here, it like bounces around in here. Bounces around. Starts going this way, this way. Goes around this pole, it like wraps around the pole maybe and reconverges a bit to be kind of encouraged also in that way by going up through here in this way. It's possible based on this map that a current flowed this way. Not saying it was from HARP, but it's interesting to notice that after having heard that concept. It seems also possible that it could kind of flow around here and then make its way. I feel like this is over here. I don't know. Like this ends more here, I thought. Nope. So, back to that antipode. So that the Birdman of India, the rattlesnake tail of the Tibetan Plateau, of the Olmec Monument 19, the symbol. Or this thing, where this is the Birdman of Sarastra, who's holding in an arm, also influenced by this going through to the rattlesnake tail of Tibetan Plateau with the feet touching all these things I talked about before. All these things I talked about before. Sorry. Let's see, where is it? Fine. This one. Handbag of the gods. That one. That one. But then the panther here is interesting, and there's certainly like the explosion of it all going on here. And then that here's Easter Island. So maybe that. Maybe that is the antipode. How do I freaking get this? I really just wanted to be able to let me copy this. I thought I'd use Earth because it was cooler, but it's... I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, back to this. Here. Okay. That looks nice. Then we go to here. Put that in there. Find. And wonder why that's not right at all. That's not north. How did I do that on Google? What have I done? It's Google Maps, but I turned it into Google Earth somehow. What the fuck? Yeah, it's south. Why did I put north in there? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Interesting. So it's not quite... Holy Dwarka, Captain. Dwarka's over here. Wait, is it? Oh my god, is that where Dwarka is? What? No way. I guess it's possible that I am not quite on it. Let's say coordinates. Let's do it the other way now. Here we go. Where are we at? That's not it. There we go. I mean, it seems like it might be more like over in this region than like center on it. Although that'd be crazy if exactly the center and opposite of Dwarka is this thing. An eyeball to the like a negative to the positive with a smiley face. A big ol' smiley face. Let's get back to you, Google Earth. Check that smiley face out. Hey, smiley face. Get Harp out of here. Earthquake calls an ass, motherfucking Harp ass. There must be a relationship between Easter Island and this structure right here, just based on this this energetically looks like they're related, coupled with this. That might just be what they got data for. Like is that? It's only 10. This is only 10 kilometers. This whole thing might be antipodal to Dwarka, ancient Dwarka. I don't know why that matters. I don't know why it matters. Like, even from a current like, yeah, that's where Dwarka is. That's where the vortex weapon attack was there. But then the vortex literally moved. So even though a vortex weapon attack happened here, the storm of a vortex that formed moved over here. And then it sat here before moving over here, and then moved down here, and then moved over here, and then it discharged here while shaping this region and all sorts of things. But it didn't, like, seemingly it didn't do much to influence Dwarka throughout the process, like maybe initially, but this is not an initial antipode. This is like the end result antipode. Which is rather interesting. I don't know why it would be like that, where there's a relevant geological feature like that. And then the current, though, like the vortex, starts to insert energy into the Earth, but it goes physically this way into here, into the Earth, here. So it's really not going into the Earth over here. So again, like even though the weapon is used here, the outcome of the weapon is focused this way. So maybe it's like a starting point and an ending point. So even though maybe, I don't think Easter Island would be like zipping up the ends of the Pacific opening in terms of the youngest oceanic crust. Let's just see if there's any enduring enigmas. Travels in geology. Just a few hundred kilometers east of the southern East Pacific Rise Spreading Center. Hot line or hot spot, let's see. Where is that? Okay, let's go to the beginning here. This is Earth Magazine. Travels in Geology by Terry Cook and Lon Abbott. Easter Island's Enduring Enigmas. 2017. Few destinations are as steeped in mystique as Easter Island. Located in the southeastern Pacific, nearly 3,700 kilometers west of Chile, and more than 2,000 kilometers from the nearest inhabited land, Easter Island is one of the most isolated places on the planet. The lonely island is renowned for its remarkable moai, massive stone carvings of human-like figures with oversized heads, that for centuries have stood watch over this small speck of land. Starts at Dwarka, ends at location where moai are. Oversized heads. Moai, original purpose, well means better, remain shrouded. Okay, let's get past the Moai. Easter Island, which at 164 square kilometers is slightly smaller than the District of Columbia, is an amalgamation of 3 volcanoes that erupted. Whoa, that's crazy. An amalgamation of 3 volcanoes. Whoa. Could it be like each volcano is sourced from like North America, South America, and Australia? Like at a pinch point. That just opens up at a location, pops through, and then just spreads out. It's like, I don't know. This is way too late, though, for that to be what happened. Maybe, so it's not that. It really is at the end of the process, though. Because the Earth's expansion, which is the result of the vortex weapon attack on ancient Dwarka, began at 650-ish, 600s, 550 sometimes I say. It's gotten later, more towards 650. That's pretty much like the upper end. At this point, I'm just like, all right, I'll just go to the upper end. Around 650. Maybe a little higher, but I don't think I will say higher than that. I doubt I'd say 700, and 650, therefore, is the most round number to go to at that point. When I do that kind of thing of just saying, generally speaking, that's when it begins, and the supernova, and it's basically the Earth supernova as a result of this vortex puncturing the mantle and allowing space to well in and the Earth to expand, which then at 65 million years, rapid expansion occurred when the bonds between the continents broke. So like this is way after. This is as it's slowing down as the process is maybe rippling back. So maybe like all of the currents began in one location and then it goes all everywhere, and then as it finishes up it kind of reconverges back at the end antipode and not even at the initial antipode like to this location, but instead it got focused to the end antipode of the not exactly Easter Island, but that adjacent region. Here. From Dwarka. I don't know. Not sure why focusing it there would produce this exactly in any way. I don't know. Something's related there. I feel like I was on a little bit of a roll, but I also might be stretching things. Let's keep going. Island lies near the western end of a 2,500-kilometer long chain of underwater volcanoes called the Eastern Seamount Chain that resembles the classic Hawaiian hotspot track. Which is thought to have formed as the Pacific Plate. Okay, so they don't. This is not how the Hawaiian hotspot. The Hawaiian hotspot track formed by a sphere rolling. That was a physical sphere, like a planet, like a miniature planet that was physically on the surface of Earth, but it was unstable and it just rolled, and then it rests in place where it lies. And it bent here because of running into currents that cause resistance in this region that are flowing up this way, basically causing a backstop here and just redirecting it so it went this way, kind of like those earthquakes did. They went this way and then boom, they went this way, and then boom, they went this way, kind of following a track. Same here, this hit this wall and just followed the track because of this current that just forced it that way. And then it might not have been, like, it might have been able to go this way, but it was just already going this way. And so then it just kept going this way, and then it started to fall apart here into its final pieces, all the while leaving behind chunks. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's actually, like, these can be pieced together just as the continents can on a single radius, on a single globe with no gaps, basically, because they were once conjoined on a sphere as the inner surface of that sphere. In the coolest of ways that I only have begun to look at, honestly, and kind of walked away from, because I'm just looking at so many things. I mean, I keep it in mind at this point. It's something that basically, I looked at enough to be like, yeah, I think I can safely say it was a sphere. And that's about as far as I got. Okay. And have begun incorporating it into my line of reasoning since, but I haven't really, like, gotten back to it. Just like a lot of other things. Like, I don't really look at Gurnar rigorously anymore, for instance. I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, it's just not as direct of a focus. Same has gone on with Hawaii, where at this point I just say it's a sphere that rolled in place. Okay, so with that in mind, is there a potential that there's some relationship to that concept here? This is quite the, like, square. This here, this, like, the way this goes smooth and then it starts to vibrate out and have these, like, chain links, maybe, looking things that start to turn into, like, a scorpion stinger. Pretty comparable location over here, especially accounting for this and even this. So maybe this was going on underneath South America as it moved away. And the energy went this way and this way, up this way, and then over that way, and then up that way, and carving into it and pushing it. I think it was pushed. It basically it was pushed so much that it pushed into Africa, which pushed into Europe. So it got pushed in the process for sure. So maybe it was kind of getting, like, so Australia was pushed from this way, where the current coming across this way created a boundary and then a boundary and just kind of like continued to push Australia down this way from over here, where it was generally up here, like before the Earth expanded adjacent to North America in this region, Laurentia, but connected as one unit. But then it got pushed physically by current, as more than this, but like just to physically demonstrate the energetic connection between the way like a current was pushing into it this way over here, but then it continued to push into it this way as it moved away. The energy still propagated until it rested in a new position. But then, meanwhile, South America perhaps is getting kind of pushed away over here by this vortex. Just pushing it, opening the space here, swirling this way. Well, he's swirling here and like kind of moving. Like, but starting in a different, maybe even starting smaller, like swirling larger and then larger and creating like these things and like a chain, kind of like that video. These but getting progressively bigger because it's like going unstable and then exploding into this huge one that also is kind of in line with that point again, somewhat at least. Interesting. Oh shit. Pardon me. Speaking of things in line, this kind of like structure here that these, what I call bonds, have, especially here, and then another bond here. And then interestingly, if I follow this path, because of this thing, if I just kind of follow it that way, like it really does go into this. And this has that kind of nature to it, where it's almost like the accretion of Western North America was bonded here, and the bond was maybe breaking in a similar manner, but at a higher elevation or instead of breaking, it was like reinforcing at a higher elevation, like doing the inverse. Maybe what happens below here is more like this, and what happens below here is more like this. Like if there's like on a inner earth, maybe this is like mirrored with something of that nature. Specifically like an ocean one that's like that. I don't know. Just a thought. Yeah, I never noticed that these actually go right into those. Which starts basically where this current goes, and then it divides and goes this way. And this way. Maybe it vibrates, like it goes this way and around and this way and around, kind of like the snake head. So it's got a main current over. That's probably a thing going on. It's got a main current, like a main current, and then a secondary current. So main current, secondary current coming down this way. Main current, secondary current, where the main current can like wrap around and hold like a nucleus and then propagate around it and like from it. It's like a backstop. Once it like gets past it, like a current, almost like a snake moving, like it moves its body past this backstop and then it pushes off of it like a worm or something, like a something slithering nature to it with a continuous current. But it, like these things were how they were moving around. Very cool, dude. So, like, so maybe vibrating out into basically something that leads to like begins to, and then it literally cuts the old earth open, breaking bombs like boom, it's like starting around, well, maybe not starting, but like around Bighorn Mountain and Yellowstone region. I think Bighorn Mountain, though, maybe Bighorn Mountain through here. I don't know. I don't want to say things that are clearly false to what I know. Like Yellowstone, I know to put it in some sequence would require it to be very late in the game. Where these, like, if this is the bomb's opening, then it's at least 65 million-ish kind of time frame would be a good time to approximate it around. Maybe even 100. Where Yellowstone is more recent. There's certainly activity in the region that's even, there is Yellowstone in Alaska somewhere from the Baja BC, one of the more recent episodes in the upper letters of the alphabet, like TU, maybe. With Nick Zentner's series, he had a guest on talking about, I think, the Yukon region of Alaska, or Yukon, I don't know, and Alaska. I'm not even sure what exactly Yukon entails. Is that just like a Canadian territory? So we'll just leave it in the air for people who know. Actually, I gotta know. Let's just know. Let's all know right now. Yeah, Canada. It's exactly adjacent. But also Alaska, like, goes here. Okay. I think it was in Alaska, though. That's why. But I also thought she was talking about Yukon. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But the point is, this current, maybe, let's go here. In my Earth's Undercurrents video, where I walk through the currents, I would recommend checking that one out. I'll just talk as if you know what I'm talking about now. The current that goes this way, and up this way, and up this way, and up this way, 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 runs into the other current going this way. Goes this way, goes around, goes in here, fills this region, starts to fill the region maybe until a point where it starts to become unstable, doing that kind of tail whip thing that was going on here. Like that. And physically, like, putting currents into Tibetan Plateau, causing its vibrations here, vibrating here. But then it, like, as this region fills up, the current then is forced to go down through this way through here, and that's when it starts to separate and really vibrate. And go this way, maybe back through here, and then back through, like, vibrating through this region. You can kind of see it here going down though, like between the straight and the kind of straight line sides, or at least like different structure sides. There's this kind of center region that's got more like circular curvature structure that kind of suggests it's related, that then maybe is from here, but then it separates, where the other one maybe goes over this way. Holy shit. Could that be? It's too small. In one of the recent videos I was talking about, in that earthquake one, where I was looking at the terrain to see if there was like nuances like this that kind of are in the appropriate locations to be related to nuances over here, like down here, and its relationship to like this thing, maybe over here. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but I think here was generally here or here in that like overlay then, if that like based on the earthquake map. I think I have it, earthquake stuff. I guess I don't have it. I think I saved it, but I don't think I bothered, because I just talked about it in the video. I don't think I made a overlay. I'll just keep opening them. Open, open, open. Oh, he keeps opening them. Why does it make him stop? But essentially, I ended up by putting this blue line over here, having this white patch here generally in this region. I can't remember exactly. I don't feel like it's too late. I'm gonna stop here soon. It's too late to look, but I'm just wondering if it's visible in here, because my thoughts are maybe it's mechanically doing something, so like the earth is a single landmass, and then it starts to open up in a location under the crust, and then it physically starts to like turn South America, and in so doing, like how it does that is by literally just torrent of current inflowing into it in this at that point, but it's also like generally just pivoting and rotating on an axis, like kind of like over here, but like way up at the very tip of South America, way up here. I got the pole, like its pole is rotating, and I don't know. Uh, is that all? Let's see what else I got here, real quick. That stuff, that stuff, that stuff, that stuff, that stuff. We're Gucci. Alright. That's all I got for now. Hope that was exciting, and see y'all soon. Peace out.